Hello, YouTube and Twitch. So, much like the last episode, we're going to pick up from where we left off, map in Desolation Point. Could otherwise be just ready to step back out. So the weather looks decent, so we'll head over and probably start mapping the waterfall area. Much like the last episode, this is going to be a short recording session, which may mean, as far as YouTube's concerned, it might be a slightly longer than normal episode. I'm going to try to do something closer to 40 minutes rather than 30-40 that I've been doing before. And I am recording ahead of schedule. This will be... I forget if this is November 2nd, November 3rd episode, but it should be the early November episode. And at this point, we're going to map Desolation Point.
Something's got to go.
I think technically by the faithful cartographer mapping system, we've got something like 7/11ths of Desolation Point mapped. Which isn't that bad as far as raw mapping goes. But we are going to do a little bit of a few more additional spaces than the minimum mapping on mapping Desolation Point. Because I do want the map to look complete, which will require mapping more than the minimum required for faithful cartographer. I suppose I'll put it this early in the episode, is if there's a location you want me to map earlier, feel free to let me know in the comments. Again, I am recording these ahead of schedule, so I'm about a month ahead of schedule at the moment to meet the needs of sort of the upcoming break in content where I'll have to stop recording for a short period. Due to work requirements. So, obviously that means any comment you put forward as far as what you want to see mapped will be a little bit delayed, but it should hopefully not be too delayed. Plus, mapping is a fairly slow process regardless, as it can be a bit weather dependent depending on where we're mapping. Whether we can map at all. I guess this isn't the waterfall it's talking about. It must be a waterfall up here. So if we were desperate for food, we could harvest food off of you. Not that worried for food. There are no cattails here. Warm enough to chop up this limb. Not really. Could throw more fuel on the fire than I would be. You're a cedar limb. You're a cedar limb. Yeah, it's probably not worth it for a cedar limb. Let's go ahead and make a little bit of water. A little lower. Well, I'd say we're going to level water. I'm remembering we've probably got plenty back at the Riker. And instead of turning this all into torches, we'll warm a bit and generate a little bit of water. And then onward. Hopefully the fog like that is not coming in too much. I'd like to keep mapping, and if we get fogged out, then we'll have to stop mapping. scroll message. Letting me know about the cave that I think that's the cave with the cave that has the wolf inside and not the bear cave. It could be wrong and it could be the bear cave, but I'm pretty sure that's the cave with the wolf inside it. So right now I believe there are 3 indoor locations with regular wolves. One is that cave. One is the caves in Hush River Valley, the ice caves. And one is in Bleak Inlet in the cannery, specifically the cannery workshop room. Yeah, I feel like the visibility's gonna go away. Yeah, if the weather doesn't go too bad, that isn't the end of the world. I can take that as an opportunity to hunt the bear and wolves instead of mapping. So what I did is I picked up the rope
I'm not sure
from the back of the truck to someplace, basically drop it to someplace where I'm more likely to be checking more often, so I can remember to come pick it up later. Memory serves, our food reserves out here are getting a bit thin, which I suppose would also make it a good idea to hunt the bear, if that is the case. Because the bear would be probably the densest source of food in this zone, other than a deer. And as I've probably said before, I'm not very good at hunting deer except in confined areas where they can't avoid me. Whereas the bear and the wolves, they play game usually when I want to hunt them. They play along. Though that's mostly because them wanting to hurt me is mutual, so mutually assured destruction is generally beneficial for my accuracy. Maybe not beneficial for my health, but accuracy, yes. I've been here, so it wouldn't be all that unusual for there being nothing in those when there wasn't anything that I could find.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Here's Hibernia Processing. We've been to Hibernia Processing before. I have been spooked by the bear here before. It's still warm. And even though it looks like it's a bit cloudy, this might not be cloudy enough to stop from actually mapping. So then it just comes down to actually setting a fire someplace to do it. Though it does sound like the wind is picked up, so maybe the wind has other plans in mind. Yeah, that's a blizzard. Those are wolves. I don't think hunting wolves in the blizzard is a great idea. So I'm going to try sleeping the blizzard away. I think I've searched this. Yes, I've searched this. It might not have been bright, so I'll take a look around, make sure I don't leave anything behind. Spray paint doesn't count as leaving something behind. I rarely use spray paint. There are circumstances, but they're rare. Okay. There's one thing
Too
we
much
can do
stuff
here
to carry.
that might be worth the time is I'm going to break these down and see if there's anything inside. Nothing in that one. And nothing in that one. So it wasn't worth the time. But we're going to wait for the blizzard to go by anyways. Yeah, let's not go for a full 10-hour sleep. That would be good for my health, but I really want to get back to doing stuff, and just trying to get the blizzard out of the way is probably the best way to do that. Okay, sounds like the blizzard's gone. The biggest potential hazard out here, besides the coal, is wolves and bear. Don't see the wolves. Doesn't mean they aren't out there. Also doesn't mean the bear isn't here.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, I suspect with this level of precipitation that it is not high enough visibility to map. This is probably high enough visibility for me to archery shoot the bear, if I'm careful. But that still requires locating the bear first. Have I searched you? At least I searched the trunk. Yeah, looks like I searched you. Okay, I think I'm gonna dip into the mine and warm up in the mine by taking a short rest, an hour-long rest.
Can't feel my hands. I might have to drop some gear.
Alright, put the bow away. Let the bedroll. Sleep for an hour. Because the bedroll's improved, and we're fairly warm otherwise, we should have got to full health, or full warmth within an hour. Yeah. Then we can step back out of the mine, see if we can see anything useful. And this is better weather. Don't see the wolves, don't see the bear. Though this time of night, the bear's probably sleeping. Okay. How to deal with this? I want to kill you, wolf, but I do not want to kill you on this slope. I want you to come up here first. Ah. Okay, that was about as bad as that could go.
Need some first
So
aid.
we deal with blood loss first. Oh, double blood loss. Oof. We're equipped to deal with this, so this is not game ending. Oh, and sprained my wrist.
Something's gotta go.
Drink the birch bark tea, so we can start recovering the condition lost. And I now can't hunt. Actually. I kind of don't want to dip back in the mine. So light the torch. Scare the wolf off. Thank you. Do want to stay outside because we've probably caused that wolf to bleed, which means if we wait long enough, we can go get the meat off of it. Or did it die already? I think that's it, dead down there.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
That's not a wolf. That's a locker. I have still not got a crowbar. Okay.
Can't feel my feet.
Alright, well I need to warm up one way or the other. Just where do I want to warm up? Any useful things I can harvest out here? No. It's not what I'm seeing immediately. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just dip back inside. I'm gonna give up and try to hunt that wolf.
Too heavy.
Don't know if it's dead or not. And I don't want to take the condition damage loss. Given how badly mauled by it we got. Okay.
Freezing.
So that did not go according to plan. Should be easy enough to rapidly recover from, so it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna hydrate the character up. I'm gonna sleep for 10 hours to get the majority of our condition back. It won't actually sleep for 10 hours, it'll sleep for like 8. Okay, so that should have taken me out of the danger zone. So if I get jumped by a wolf again, I should not die. I suppose I should go retrieve my arrow, because we left the arrow out there. Is way too windy to actually do any cooking. Okay. That did not go as bad as the first time. Obviously too windy to harvest right now. And that's the bear.
My fingers
That's
feel
the bear.
numb.
I want to hunt the bear, but, yeah, let's... I can get warm. We can start... I think I can start a fire with this fire bow. I think the wind has died down enough. I can start a protected fire at least.
Wait. I'm so cold. I'm warming up again.
To warm the character up. And if I get good timing, I might be able to get the bear.
Come on.
Now, thinking about it, I should also drink the other birch bark tea for the condition regain.
It worked.
Why I'm thinking about it. Oh, almost there. That should actually get this warm. But not very warm. There's going to be a slight problem with that. So one option, I can drop warm up the birch bark tea. And get the warming up bonus from the freshly drank birch bark tea. Yeah, wandering away? Maybe.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
I think this is a bit of a long shot, shooting from up here. I can't even get up here. Doubly so if you can't get up there. Maybe up here is doable? Maybe. Shot long. Missed the bear, but scared the bear. Go warm up by the fire. Make up something else that can warm us up. We could use some calories. Maybe I'll go ahead and cook our pork and beans.
Looks like I made it through another night.
And we'll try taking another swing at the bear. Or the bear's just going to wander off far enough that I don't see where it went. I can go while the weather is looking good to retrieve my arrows. There's one. I think that's the one that scared it. There's the one I shot long. Nope. Never mind, bear. You can have that arrow.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Obviously, crows are not up yet, otherwise we'd hear them. And if the first wolf did in fact die, the crows would tell us where it died. So we're not necessarily in a rush to go looking for the first kill. Make some forage up. Keep your character warm and fed. How bad was the wolf attack on the clothes? The socks are already pretty bad off, but everything else looks to be reasonable.
I need to drop something.
We are 4 degrees next to a 25-degree fire. That's hard to replicate, but not not impossible to replicate. Okay, so crows are not up yet. Surprised crows are not up yet. Don't see the bear. Don't see the wolf carcass besides the one we arrowed. Which I do probably want to harvest soon. Though I don't have I don't really have good fuel for harvesting it in this temperature is the problem we're running into. Well, I have to move at some point. Don't have infinite time this fire. And the weather is good. Actually, remembering that the weather is good, before the weather gets bad, let's do some mapping. Get a little bit of better mapping. So now I don't feel like I've gained Hibernia Processing from the Memento Cache reveal. I've actually mapped the local area. It is minus 17, which is cold. I mean, this is probably not a great idea, but I'm going to harvest this wolf. We're probably not going to be warm while harvesting here. We will probably be cold, but I will probably be warm enough that I can tolerate it while doing the harvest.
That did it.
So, I'm going to slap on 2 fir firewood, the only stick I have. Take the moment to disband the torch I have, so throw it on as a stick. No, actually the 2 fir firewood is warm enough. What am I getting? 23? Oh, fir must be warmer than I remember it being. Okay. Let's get 2 kilograms of meat off of the corpse. Still surprised I'm not hearing any crows. Normally the weather would be good enough by now to
Too much
get
stuff
some
to
crows
carry.
up to tell me if I'd actually killed the first wolf. Get all the meat off. In fact, we're in no rush. Go ahead and take meat and the guts off all in one go. Okay, visibility has declined. I'm not sure if that's declined enough to prevent us from doing more mapping. Okay, so you're harvested, you're cooked. be fair, mending is a skill that levels up really slowly, so it's always somewhat interesting to read books on it. Because if you're only mending when you need to get a benefit out of it, it often doesn't level very quickly. This may result in the smaller of the two pieces of meat burning. Hopefully not. It didn't. Yeah, that's good to know. Okay, I hear crows. So this is crow weather, so if the other wolf died, we should be able, if we get close enough, to hear crows around it. This is actually reasonably close to where I'm going to take the pelts, so I'm going to leave the pelt here and we can come back for it in a bit. Let's see, can we map in this weather? This isn't going to be much of an improvement over the last map, to be fair. Okay, so we can map. Yeah, the wolf carcass is still on the map, that's fine. We're going to want to map the mine entrance at some point, the bridge. And we can tell where the wolf is if it isn't in this area.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I think it has warmed up quite a bit, so we might be able to get away with much smaller fires the next couple bits of mapping. Oh, that's the bear. Actually, I'm going to leave the last minute on this fire, and we're going to try to hunt that bear. If I can find a convenient place to try to safely twang it from. Yeah, that should work. Now I missed again. I don't like the way it's erratically running right now. Crows? Circling what? Not the wolf. That might be the wolf. Wouldn't have expected it to run that way, but expectations can be subverted sometimes. Yep, that is the wolf. I didn't actually leave an arrow on that wolf. 3.5-ish kilograms of meat's nothing to sneeze at. We'd probably want to retrieve the fire from earlier, and then we can harvest that wolf. So with that, I think all that we got left dangerous up this end is the bear. Okay, the bear has returned to calm. It's returned to calm. Let's try to figure out why it's not got a bear right next to it. Looking at the time, I think I'm going to go harvest that wolf. Probably map next to the wolf, and then dip into the mine for the save. At which point I will probably end the episode, but that'll probably take 5 to 6 minutes. So there's still going to be quite a bit of the episode left if you're listening to this. Make sure I'm not taking the meat with me, because I don't need the meat with me. Should be a little bit careful with the guts on me. This will slowly attract the bear to me. You can already kind of see it. The bear is coming in my general direction. And as you can probably presume by the fact that the wolf ran up there, that's not a really difficult spot for animals to traverse up to. Go ahead. Leave the guts here, so the bear does not follow me the rest of the way up this dead end. We'll harvest this wolf. Well, apparently I'm running very low on fuel. Well, I say very low on fuel. I've probably turned too much of my fuel into torches. I got way too many torches right now.
Come on.
Come on, start the fire. Don't roll the one. So we'll get all the meat off of this wolf. I really don't need the gut and the hide, but I'm going to gather the gut and the hide anyway. At some point in the far distant future, the wolf hides may be useful for a wolf hide jacket. Do 2 things of cedar on the fire. Should be warm enough to get us to not be losing temperature. Yeah. It won't be a warm fire, but I don't need it to be a warm fire. I need it to be a fire that isn't cold. I don't know why it's showing the animation of me doing it without a tool, but it's decided to do it toolless. Same on this one. I told it to use the knife. It's doing the hands. Meat off. I'm going to go ahead and dip into the mine just to drop off the scrappables, and then I'm going to go back and finish that cooking.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
So I dropped off all the guts, drop off the 2 wolf hides, then we can go finish that cooking. taking a quick look to see if I can see the bear. I don't see the bear right now. So we're not in a rush anymore to want to kill the bear. Because we killed all the wolves in the area, we do have a decent amount of food. Though I am still somewhat tempted to kill the bear. It is a very good source of food.
Someone's gotta go.
Yeah, the answer is probably torches. I need to reduce the number of torches. That will be a problem for future me. Because I'm going to go ahead and probably hack us into the mine to end the episode. Unless I see a very good opportunity to kill the bear. Oops. Didn't want G, I wanted to put the torch away button. Okay, one last peek to see if I got a good shot on the bear. And then if I don't, I'm gonna duck in the mine. In the episode. Yeah, don't see the bear. The bear can wander as far south as the Riker, so there's a decent potential. The reason I'm not seeing the bear is the bear's all the way down by the Riker. Or it could be taking a nap in its cave. Either way, this is pretty much what the episode's going to end. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I will probably have recorded another episode by the time you are watching it, or you log on tomorrow. This is still the 6 p.m. slot, so there should still be one episode tomorrow at 6 p.m. Though that will be recorded by future me, not current me. It may be, assuming my schedule doesn't completely exhaust me tomorrow, it may be recorded tomorrow. So if you're watching this on Twitch now, show up half an hour earlier from about this time tomorrow, and I'll probably be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow, sadly, will probably be the last day of the week that I am doing any recording. I'm taking a trip for the weekend, which shouldn't affect you if you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, there should be no delay in the content. There'll be content.
Too heavy.
Onward and forward, 2 things a day into the future. I believe schedule-wise, right now it should be a Path of Exile build running in the 12 p.m. slot. This is running the 6 p.m. slot. And we'll see what comes in after that, depending upon how those end. I think we're in the middle of the Path of Exile series at this point, so it's still a good 5 episodes left on that. Well, if you want to see more, drop in tomorrow. The Path of Exile, I think, is the noon slot. This will be the 6 p.m. slot. Then we'll continue, so catch you then.